This is feedback for Sulaiman on WR2. So first of all, you're making great progress. A few good things, good similarities in your intros. I like that. I think you also did a good job with your 3 points in each paragraph. I saw that you made a good effort for that. And your advice in the conclusion is pretty good. So some things to work on: format. So it looks like you have Times New Roman. Make sure you have the page number over here. That needs to be added. Also, there's a little bit too much space here between your title and your paragraph. So that needs to be adjusted like this. Just one space between each. Good job with the double spacing. So your hook should be a little bit more general. So for you, maybe something like sports are very important to most cultures in the world today. Whereas you wrote, you just went straight into both, NFL and soccer are this. So I would go from this hook and then talk about like how American football and soccer are really popular today and they're making a lot of money. And then I will start going into some of the similarities like you did here. Okay. Also, you need to give a little transition sentence between those similarities and the thesis. So, for example, with so many similarities between these two sports, it's important to look at the differences. And then you go into your thesis as you did. And again, you did a good job of starting a thesis, but I would like it to be a little bit more academic like this. So you wrote, this essay is about differences. I would like you to prefer, this essay will focus on the differences between the NFL and soccer, which are 1 and 2. So make sure you list those things, the points that you're going to make. And then for your body paragraphs, I think it'd be better if you said how they play the game. Your topic sentence here is a little bit wordy. It's too many words here. And this is the stuff that you're going to use as an example in your essay. So instead of writing all this, just say the first major difference between soccer and NFL is how they play the game. And then, period. The first reason why, the first difference is, the rules. The second difference is, as you did do a little bit here with these different points. Also add in a concluding sentence at the end of the body paragraph. Something like the rules of the game are the main differences between soccer. Just kind of reverse your topic sentence. Your second body paragraph was a couple mistakes. You wrote the biggest difference. If you're going to have the second body paragraph, you don't want to say the biggest difference, or maybe you can modify this by saying the second biggest difference, because you already wrote the first biggest difference in your first paragraph. Also, you must not compare in the topic sentence. So here you say NFL soccer is only in the U.S. or all over the world. It's important to keep your topic sentence general. So instead of saying directly what the difference is, you could say something like, the difference between these two is the amount of popularity in the world, right? As opposed to just going right into talking about the differences, period. And then you go into your points about how those popularities are different. And then you, in your second body paragraph, you're talking about popularity, but then your last point here is about the size of the players. And I don't think that really matches with that topic sentence. So you might want to change this to another point about how their popularity is different. And then your conclusion, you have to keep it as one paragraph. So here you're restating your thesis, but you put it at the end of your body paragraph. So that should go down and it should be connected to your rest of your conclusion like this. Okay, and that's very important because that little error right there can cost you a lot of points. So make sure you don't make that error on the essay again, okay? And reverse your thesis for the concluding restating the statement. So if your thesis is the one like I gave you here, then you would go backwards. 2 and 1 are the main two differences between soccer and the NFL, like that. One last thing, you have a lot of, you don't use any periods in your body paragraphs. Like this whole paragraph, you only use one period at the very end. So you need to do a better job of forming complete sentences. I think you know how to listen for grammar, so trust your ear. So when you read something, NFL, soccer are both famous and both has big fields, period, right? Listen for where those ideas come to an end. Both have big fans and both the players can cost a lot of money, period, right? So your sentences, you have your complete sentences here, because because I think you have the ear for it, but you just need to add these periods in there. So make those changes, print it out, bring it on Thursday, and don't forget the outline.